Good evening once more to all of you, masters. And welcome to this session of C programming, very important session, which talks about strings in C programming. So, like I posted in a group that you should read what a string is. If you look at my front of me here, you will see that in C programming, a string is a collection of what? Characters, which are stored in a character array and then end with a special character. The special character that ends with it is a backward slash O. Okay, it's not O actually, it's backward slash 0, which signifies that it is a null character. And this marks the end of the string. What does that mean? It means that a string is actually a collection of many characters. A character can be a letter, a character can be a symbol, and so on. So once you combine these many characters together in C programming, they are being stored in this form down here. So you see that if they are being stored in this form, at the end of the string, there is another character that is added. This is how C programming is designed to handle strings. And this special character that is added is known as the null character. And this null character marks the end of the string, which means that when the compiler is executing your program, when it is executing the string with those combination of characters, by the time it reaches and sees this backward slash 0 that is inside the computer memory, it is going to know that, okay, we have arrived the end of the character. And then it will perform the task that you want it to do. Okay, that notwithstanding, we talk about declaration of a string. How can we declare a string? Like I said, a string is just a combination of characters. And in C, we declare this string in the form of array, in the form of character array. It's true that we have not yet done arrays very well because we have done it, but just overall rough way. We are going to actually see it in greater detail later. So you see, this is a character which is a data type. It's a data type, and this is the string name. And then here we have the size of the string. The size of the string, this bracket semicolon at the end. For example, I'm not going to explain this detailedly because we have already seen all of this and we know what it means. So we have example character name, and the name here is the name of the string, and then character here is a string or some sort of data type. Since in C, please, in C, we don't have a data type called string directly that we can use. That's why we use the data type character, but we have to define it with the size of the number of characters that we will be expecting to use in this program or in our program. So we always make our program to understand that we are going to use this number of characters and so on. All right. So we are just going to go straight to the program. Okay, here we have a code block which is open. And in my code block, in order to save time, I've already typed the code and I just need to explain. So that you can be able to understand, because maybe typing will take us too much time and we will not be able to cover much. So here, my first program Please, before I proceed, I want to believe that everybody can create a program in a C program in code block or dev C++ or any other IDE environment of his or her choice and save well. Is there anybody who cannot do that? I'm expecting somebody to speak. Are you all hearing me?
Yes, sir. We
All
can
right.
do that, sir.
All right. Since all of you can do that, then that's fine. So here, before we use any string function in C programming, we must include this
This,
library. We must include this
this.
library. Yes.
Sorry for the disturbance, but Boris is unable to connect to the Zoom. I don't
Why?
know why he put that in the group.
He's complaining the group.
Yes, sir. I complained to me in inbox privately. He's saying
Okay.
he's unable. I don't know why.
Let him tell us why now. Because the link is there and you have used the link to connect. Why is it that he's not able to use the link to connect?
I don't know, sir. That is clicking, but it's not connecting.
All right, let me share the link again. There's something that I don't really like to. Okay, let him click there. All right, I think that he will be able to see. I'll
Okay,
share the
sir.
link again in the group. All right, I was saying that we cannot use any string function without including that library. Okay, so many times we use our function without create our function in C without putting this one. This is a library, and without it, it will be very difficult for us to create or to execute our function. So here we have in main. We know the function of main. All our program runs within this. So here is my declaration of array and my name of array. Maybe I should just start afresh so I can be explaining something. When I explain this, I can go to the others. All right, so what is, first of all, what are we going to do here? The first function we are going to talk about here is the string len. This function is to define the length. To determine the length of our program. If you look at this, I have a string will return the length or the number of characters that are found in every string. If I give a string to a function, then I use this function, I am going to see the length or the number of characters that are found in that string, and that will be returned to me. Okay, let us go back to our code environment and test it. So here, the first thing we have to do is to declare an array. Maybe, let me say text. Text is the name of my string. And then here, I want to declare the size of my string to maybe 30. Then equal to, in quotes, let me say quote with Lawrence. Then out of here, I put semicolon. I want to check how many characters are found in this string. Okay, how do we do that? In order to know the number of characters that are found in that string, we are going to use the function string or star len. So here, I am going to just use a printf function. This printf function is going to display the output to us. So I will just say len of that function, percentage LAU. I'm going to explain. This percentage LAU is telling us that it is going to return an integer, and that integer will be a long unsigned integer. Long unsigned integer. Unsigned means positive. If it is signed, it will be negative. So it's going to count, and after counting, it's going to now display to us an integer. It can be very long, but so C program always consider this function stir len as a function that returns a very long number. So we use L percentage LU to signify the placeholder for that return type there. So after this, we know the function of backward slash n. Backward slash n is there to give to us or to display the message or the number of counts and then move to the next line. After that, we get out of here and put comma. Take note here. I am now going to call or use a function, this function. And to use a function, I am going to just type strlen, that's the string length. And then in bracket here, I am going to call the name of my string. What's the name of my string there?
Text.
Very good. The name of my string is text. So I type text inside there. Then I put semicolon. Now I can compile
But I
and
have a
run.
question.
Yes.
Is the space holder for the strlen function not ZU?
Not,
Is it not ZU?
no. What's the meaning of ZU, if I may ask?
It's what I saw in one sample code like that.
Well, I'm saying that it's going to return to us a long unsigned in. We will use it. It can still work, okay?
Okay, sir.
Yes. Even if you like, you can still use percentage D. There's no problem work. But professionally speaking, and as far as string concerned in C programming, it returns long unsigned in. At times you can even use LLU. You can even use LLD. So all of these are just for the different signs of placeholders for the long unsigned in. Is that clear?
Okay, okay, sir.
So let me run this. So I compile, I go to build and run. So I build, and you see len equals to 16. Len equals to 16, which means that we have 16 characters in this string. Okay,
Sir, question.
yes.
The 16 characters, are we also counting the null character? Or
Okay, the null character is not included. I said the null character is just to mark the end of the string, as it is counting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it reaches 16, normally it would have gone to 17 and continue. But now, when he reaches 16, what happens? He sees the null character, and that null character marks the end of the string. That's what I said here. Are you seeing? So this null character here, this is a null character, which signifies that you have ended. So from 0 to 15 is how many? It's 16 characters, not so? And
Yes, sir.
And this
Okay.
null character marks the end, shows that he has ended. So it should not continue counting. So the null character is not counted. Thanks for the question. All right. Now I want us to print a message instead of saying learn. Learn of what? So here I will just say percentage S. Percentage S is to obtain the string. All right. And I will say S has is the same like I would say that CodeWithLawrence has this number of characters. So I would say this has this percentage this characters. Let me just say of characters. So what does it mean? It means that it's going to take this name and then display to us here and say that it has 16 number of characters. But here I have used only the function. So this one is for this. If I want this, I need to put here what? Text, comma, which means that the text itself is this, displayed here as this one is a variable. And then this will be the length of this string and will be displayed here. Let's run and see. So you see, it says CodeWithLawrence has 16 number of characters. I think this is very good. This is very good. Now, I want us to, since we are still talking about the learn, I want us now to write a small program, excuse me, that we are going to ask the user the name so that he can type the name and then we'll determine now the number of characters that are found in that name. Or I should allow it as assignment. Talk now. Should I allow it as assignment?
Just continue, master. We're listening.
You're listening? It's an exercise that I want us to do, but I think to allow it so that we can continue before another thing. Anyway, we will discuss that
There's no
later.
problem.
Give
We
it an
can do it.
assignment.
Let's
Yes.
continue.
Yes, let us continue with now I want to compare the strings. Since I've explained this and you have at least you have started catching the trend, there's no need for me to type again things afresh. I will just explain to you what this means. Now, this string strcp cmp is a string compare. It's a string compare function which actually compare the strings that we have. You have two strings. I want to see whether this string is equal to this string. Pay attention here. It is not going to count the number of characters that are found in the strings before it's telling us whether this string is equal to this string. Rather, it's going to perform some sort of what? ASCII computation. And then look at it and see now that, okay, this one is equal to this and this one is equal to this. So here is the first string A, which is apple. The second string is B, which is banana. Now the result will be a number. That's why we have int. After comparing, like I said, it's going to perform some sort of ASCII computation. We know that capital A in ASCII is 65, and so on. So capital B will be 66. So you already see that 65 and 66, there's a great difference. So it's going to look at that and then add up the numbers and so on, and then see the result. Now we are saying here that you should compare the first string, which is apple, with the second string, which is banana. And then printf is that printing function. What is it going to print? It's going to play comparing. If you see this function, this character here, backward slash, and then in quote, it means that it's going to just display to us the quotation. The quotation. So here is the string that is going to take, and it is this string, which is apple, and the second string, which is banana. Then we, after doing this, we compare. If the result is equal to 0, if the result is equal to 0, what should we do? We should print that the strings are equal. 0 here means it's a logical statement. Logical statement, which means it is not true. Okay? And if it's not, we should print that the string is equal. Equal. We compare and see that there's no difference. No difference. The difference there is 0. So if the difference is 0, then it is equal. But if the difference is not equal to 0, if the difference is less than 0, it means that the one that we are comparing, the first one, which is on the left, the first one that we are comparing, this one, is surely less than this one. But if it is greater than 0, it means that this one on the right is greater than this one. So you will now say that this one is more than this one, or this one comes first, and so on. So that is what we are seeing here written. As if the result that we have obtained from here is less than 0, then we should print that the string A comes before the string B. If not, that's else, the string, the other side, which is B, now come before this one. So that is just a logical comparison. So I compare and run. So you can see. Good. So here you see that comparing apple and banana, we see that apple come before banana. Apple come before banana. Okay. I am going to change this and put maybe orange. Excuse me. All right. Let me compare orange with banana and see which one is match. It's telling me that orange come before banana again. Okay. Let me compare now orange and pear. Orange and pears. Let me add S there and see which one comes before. Still orange come before pears. Anyway, I don't really know which one comes because the computation is done inside the computer. I don't have something that we can really see which one comes before. Let me put bananas up here.
So try pineapple.
Okay. Pineapples. Pineapple come before pears. Okay, let's also look at something here. Let me put pineapple down and put pear up. Okay. So this is pineapples, pears. Let us see how the comparison is going to be done. Pears come before pineapples. So what are you seeing now?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
You can change pineapple and pear. Let's see what if you change.
Pineapple and pears.
Yes.
No, let me take
So
mangoes.
pineapple.
Mango come before.
So it's like our code is giving preference to the string A from my point of view.
Yes, I'm
Let's just
listening.
interchange now.
Huh?
Let's just put mango down and see.
A is less than B.
Okay. So he will say that mangoes and pineapples come before mangoes. Okay, this is what is happening. It takes the first letter. It takes this first letter, and this first letter in ASCII, and then compare with the first letter of this one too in ASCII. That's what it does. When this one is already more than this one, it knows that the rest will not be some sort of, except that when it compares this one and sees that they are the same, now move to the second one and compare. That's how the comparison is done. And then bring to us the
So meaning that it's comparing the length, but the characters themselves.
sorry. I didn't get you where. All right, notwithstanding, we will continue. And so we are going to move to string concatenate. Because we'll finish this thing today and then take a, a concrete project and handle it as time goes on. So here we have a string function known as string concatenate. Even in Excel, we concatenate. Means that we are going to join two different strings together to form one. So here we have the first string name first, which is code. The second one, I have not put the size here, which means I can take any size as the size will be allocated at runtime. So here you have CodeWithLawrence. So now there's the second string. So we are going to join the two strings together. So we are going to join the second string with the first one. And so print combined string, which is here. This function already join the second string with the first string. And once this is already done, we then print the first, just the first. Since we are calling this one now the first inside this string concatenate, it has already combined or concatenated the second string to the first. So when we print first now already contains this and this, as this one is joined at the end of this one. Let's run. You see that the code with Lawrence is now one. It's joined as one character, one string. But here we had declared them as two different strings. So quickly we move to string copy. This is another string function in C, which help us to copy one string into another. Okay.
Every time.
So here we have the original string here is maybe it's just hello. The original string is hello. And we have copied, which means that we are going to copy hello into this second string called copy. So we use this function, string copy, to copy the original string into this other string. So the message printed, I want to print the original first. The original will be hello. And then you see that copied, there is nothing here for copied. It's a string that we just declared so that we should copy hello into it since it has nothing. So when we print the copied, since we have used this string copied, it's going to now print hello as well because hello is now copied into this copied. So I run and we see that Original is hello. Then he has copied hello into this string. All right, so if there's any question, we can attend to it. If not, we will end the class now. And then I'm going to drop to you a certain slides. I'm going to drop to you this. Then after that, I'll drop to you this one in class and give you an exercise that will correct tomorrow so that you can try and apply this. Okay, I'll give you an exercise that will include all of this: string length, string compare, string copied, and string concatenate. I'll give you like a small project that you are going to apply this knowledge. Then tomorrow we will correct it, and then if there's any challenge, we will attend to it, and then we move to something else. Because my aim is that by next week we should round up with a lot of things and then start handling some past questions, which are JC paper questions. We cannot do that if we have not known these details. These small things are going to hold us down. Any questions so far?